How's it going, folks? Welcome to Shwantz's The Decision on Call of Duty Ghosts. The following program has been sponsored by Barney JVW Gaming.
How's it going, you beautiful people? I know what you guys are thinking. You're not the Shwantz 27. My name is Barney JVW, and I am a good friend of the Shwantz 27. I've been with him since about 400, 500 subscribers. He's given me the opportunity today to appear on his channel to help me out with a few subscribers. Basically, my name's Barney. I upload Call of Duty gameplays, Mirror's Edge, Dishonored, anything really like that, Ghosts. So basically the video you see on screen is a bunch of nukes I've got in the last couple of weeks. So if you want to see more of this, go subscribe to my channel, and thanks in advance if you do. So see you guys soon. Bye.
So, I first started playing Call of Duty with Call of Duty 4. Now, I was always a Halo player. I played Halo, Halo 2, and Halo 3. And Halo 3 was the first game I got for my Xbox 360 when I first purchased it. But one of my buddies said, yo, you have to try this game out, Call of Duty 4. It's amazing. It is fast-paced and very realistic. So, I went and picked it up, and by God, did I enjoy it. I never looked back at another first-person shooter franchise after I got my hands on Call of Duty 4. Now, Call of Duty 4 was my first Call of Duty game, and I got way more martyrdom kills than I'd like to admit. Back when I first started playing, my KD hovered just barely above a 1, and since I've gone back and played it more and more, my KD has actually grown a lot. That's how fucking bad I was at this game. Nonetheless, I still enjoyed it, and it was my first Call of Duty game, so it brings back a lot of memories of me playing it and first starting off and getting extremely frustrated at how the game played. But overall, this may have been the apex of the Call of Duty franchise had it not been for another game I'll talk about later. For me, this game was perfect in terms of maps, in terms of gunplay. The only complaint that I have is that it is a little bit too simplistic for my liking. I wanted a little more customization when it came to kill streaks later on. Modern Warfare 2 and the later games delivered in that department. The next segment of The Decision has been sponsored by the You Are Paranoid, the Jaded Geriatric. Make sure you check out his channel. He does Grand Theft Auto 5 videos, along with going to be doing some Call of Duty Ghosts and Battlefield 4 videos, and Titanfall once the next generation consoles drop. He's an awesome commentator and has given several Boosting Bitches episodes to the Shwantz 27. Alright, so the next game in the Call of Duty lineage was World at War. Now, this was not my cup of tea. I was not into the whole World War II shooters type of thing, and the tanks really fucking pissed me off. The maps in this game were pretty much horrendous. They're very dark and dreary and very large, very fucking big and very wide open. And of course, the bouncing Bettys pissed me off. You could barely even fucking see them, and as soon as you ran over, BAM! You were fucking squashed like a bug. It almost made having Bomb Squad a necessity, except for the fact that I always loved rocking the bandolier. And, of course, I would always have to have a class on with a satchel charge to take out those stupid tanks. But World at War was not one of my favorites of the series. I didn't like it very much when it was out. However, going back and playing it now, I really appreciate game modes like War, which is probably my favorite game mode of all time, but they haven't brought it back since World at War. I also like most of the gunplay, although the MP40 is quite overpowered. I do enjoy some of the guns, but like I said, I'm not a World War II buff, so a lot of, the bolt-action rifles and the semi-automatics are not my style. The next segment has been brought to you by Evo McPot. He makes Call of Duty videos, and he used to record on his iPhone, and believe me, the quality was actually pretty good, but he just recently upgraded to an Elgato, so he's now got sexy quality videos to match his sexy ass commentaries, so make sure you go check him out. The holy grail of the Call of Duty series, Modern Warfare 2. When I first got this game, I remember playing it non-stop. I would go to work, come home, put this game on, play till like 3 in the morning, get 4 hours of sleep, go to work the next day, come home, play this game again till like 2 in the morning, get 4 hours of sleep, and you know how it goes. This was my favorite Call of Duty game, hands down. And for the first like 9 months or so, this game was untouchable to any first-person shooter franchise I have ever played. However, of course, you had fucking ass clowns like White Boy 7th Street teaching people how to use the one-man army danger close noob tube trick, and then all of a sudden the lobbies were filled up with prepubescent tweens wanting to get their nuke because they weren't fucking good enough to get it in the first place by camping their fucking dick off. Of course, there are some major perk imbalances in this game, major annoyances. There was Commando Pro with lightweight, marathon, and attack knife. People would just be fucking running around like Michael Myers. That shit used to piss me off. And of course, the care package glitch and the javelin glitch that took them weeks to fucking patch. In today's Call of Duty development style, this shit would be unacceptable. Things like that would get patched very, very fast. Oh wait, no they didn't. I'll get to that a little bit later. For me, this was the pinnacle of Call of Duty. You had customizable fun kill streaks. You had perks plus pro perks to give you something to go for. The titles and emblems and challenges always made things exciting and make you want to try new things. The maps were pretty much on point except for one or two here or there, which I wasn't a huge fan of. Like I said, the only issues that I have with this game is the perk unbalance. And believe me, it is pretty much game breaking sometimes. There are times when you get into lobbies and you can't do anything because all there is on the other team are these one-man army danger close kids or these kids running around with tack knives, and it doesn't make for a fun game. But if you get into a good lobby, greatest game of all time. The next segment has been sponsored by Azazel's Fire. I was drawn to his channel over his amazing series called Ticked Off Tuesdays, where he just bitches and complains about something that pisses him off in a really humorous way. It is something that makes even me chuckle, and it's pretty hard to do that on YouTube, so make sure you check out his channel. And then the huge letdown, Black Ops. To me, Black Ops is the most boring Call of Duty to date, especially when you don't have Marathon Pro. There are a lot of great things in Black Ops. However, the game-breaking bad hit detection and the slow pace of it, for me, made it a game that I just didn't enjoy. Now, the maps in this game were amazing. I like the idea of contracts to kind of force you to play different game modes so that you would, have some variety in your life. I love variety in my life. It is the spice of life, baby. But unfortunately, just the hit detection, the amount of bullets it takes to kill people in this game, and the general slow, lethargic pace that I think is caused by having that equipment slot. You gotta watch out for fucking motion sensors and camera spikes and claymores all over the fucking map. I get killed by random claymores all the fucking time when I play Black Ops. Now that I have Marathon Pro unlocked, it's a little bit more bearable because you have unlimited sprint around the map. However, for me, this game was the most boring Call of Duty I've ever played. In fact, I got my disc scratched about 5 or 6 months into the life cycle of this game, and I never went back to go repurchase the game. I instead went back to MW2 because it was still a great game. That's how bad this game was for me. But I did rebuy Black Ops when I got nostalgic for it during the Modern Warfare 3 life cycle, so I still have it to this day. But, like I said, I didn't really play that much of it compared to the other Call of Duties because I wasn't a huge fan. The next segment of The Decision is brought to you by Absolute Pop, rated M for mature. Make sure you check out his channel. I've done several videos with him, including the blindfold challenge. If you want to know what that's all about, make sure you go check it out on his channel. And then another huge disappointment. After how amazing Modern Warfare 2 was, I was fucking hyped for Modern Warfare 3. I saw the trailers and I was like, holy shit, this is Modern Warfare 2.5. This is exactly what I want. It is Modern Warfare 2 without all the bullshit perks. Well, unfortunately, I was extremely disappointed when this game was almost unplayable for the first couple of months in the game's life cycle due to the horrendous lag compensation and connection issues. But thank God Infinity Ward actually threw everything but and including the kitchen sink at the problem, and eventually the game was amazing. After a few patches, the game played really, really smooth, and I know a lot of people were not huge fans of Modern Warfare 3 due to the bullshit in the game. I'm talking death streaks, I'm talking sit rep pro, I'm talking all that that fucking nonsense. But for me, this game was still a lot of fun. I remembered playing with my buddy Digital0785 up late nights when I was like, alright, I'll play one more game. Alright, one more game. Alright, one more game. And then all of a sudden I realized it was 3 o'clock in the morning. Infected was awesome and a lot of fun. I really liked how they introduced different game modes during the life cycle of this Call of Duty to keep the game fresh and to keep the game relevant. For me, this game had pretty good hit detection, not as good as Modern Warfare 2, but it's still pretty good, and that to me is the most important thing. If the gameplay mechanics are there, I could fight through some of the bullshit. The next segment of The Decision has been brought to you by The Apophis. I kind of was inspired by his idea of doing a silent film, although he does it much, much better than I do. He's got the old-timey music plus the color correction in there to make it actually like a silent film. However, I did it in my own style. I wanted to make it funny, I wanted to make it raw, and I wanted to make it really abusive. However, his videos are much, much better produced than mine are in terms of a silent film. He also has a great series called Inside Your Mind where he asks thought-provoking questions that don't really have a right or a wrong answer, and it's an awesome discussion down in the comments section. And then the fucking nail in the coffin, Black Ops 2. Oh my fucking God. This game was so inconsistent. There were times that I'd be having a lot of fun with this game. I'd have a lot of fun when I was playing 8s with my buddies or playing in private matches or even sometimes in public matches. There would be those nights where it just seemed like the connections were really good and everything seemed to go your way. However, there were the bad times, and oh, believe me, there are a lot more bad times than there were good times. There's a lot of shit in Black Ops 2 that fucking pisses me off. The LMG target finders, the hunter-killer drones, the shock dildos, the bouncing betties, the quick-scoping. I could go fucking on and on about this game ad nauseum. This game on paper is the best Call of Duty game of all time. However, with the piss-poor execution, it makes me want to spike a controller like a touchdown celebration. It's all about the gameplay mechanics, people, and Black Ops 2 just simply doesn't have it. There's out-of-sync player models, broken camera angles, horrendous fucking hit detection, awful lag compensation. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on. And the lack of support from the developers was absolutely atrocious. Yeah, it took them a fucking month to patch the trophy system glitch, which made some games completely unplayable. And also made 2 weeks for the Javelin glitch seem like a fast fucking fix. We had, what, 3 fucking different game modes that were introduced, and yet 2 of them were fucking pulled back? Chaos Mosh Pit quite possibly was my favorite playlist in Black Ops 2, but then when they made Nuketown free for all the fucking crybabies that didn't pre-order the game, I got fucking ripped off and they pulled that back. Then they took out Arms Race, which is another reason why a lot of people were playing the game. TDM, free-for-all, domination game types were completely fucking ruined by the fact that there were score streaks and, in Domination's case, by the fact that there was a timer in the game. I like the competitive aspect to the game, but it just does not play well in a public arena. The maps, for the most part, were pretty good, although they were fucking clearly just lazy with most of them. It was basically just symmetry on both sides. Where's the ingenuity? Where's the fucking innovation there, Treyarch? I like the score streaks. I do like the fact that it rewarded objective play. However, like I said, there were just so many broken things with this game that I couldn't get into it. And again, much like the original Black Ops, when I went back to play MW2, during Black Ops 2's life cycle, I went back to play all of the old Call of Duty games, plus I bought an additional first-person shooter in Battlefield 3. And thank goodness I bought Battlefield 3, because I really enjoyed Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, but that just is a testament to how piss poor Black Ops 2 is. In my opinion, that and Black Ops are tied for the worst Call of Duties of all time. And finally, the last segment of The Decision has been sponsored by Chaos Lord David, and they call me Apes. Chaos Lord David plays retro games, and he's also a monster on Guitar Hero, in addition to playing Battlefield and Call of Duty. Make sure you check out his channel. And They Call Me Apes is recently doing a series on the Call of Duty Ghosts campaign, and it is fucking hilarious to see his reactions to the different things that are going on, so make sure you go check it out. So here it is, folks, Call of Duty Ghosts. Now, I made an impression video about Call of Duty Ghosts, and I still stand by a majority of the comments in there. However, after playing it a bit more since that video, I have come to realize that private matches are completely fucked. You can't even save the game modes that you create. Hopefully this will be fixed with something with a patch, and I know Infinity Ward is much better about patching their games than Treyarch, but this still is an obnoxious fucking flaw in the game. How do you ship a fucking game when you leave out a functionality that's this fucking big? Holy shit. I've eventually come to the terms and realized how you're supposed to play this game. Now, the maps are fucking ginormous, but if you section them off yourself, you'll have a much better time with this game. And unfortunately, this sometimes leads to a slow, boring, meandering gameplay. This is almost as boring as the original Black Ops. The only reason why I say almost as boring is because your players move really fast and the action is really fast-paced. However, you meander around the map for fucking 30, 40, 50 seconds at a time before fucking finding somebody. And then you get melted instantaneously. I just think the community is ruining this game right now. They are too afraid to come out and play like an Offspring song. And of course it doesn't help that the maps are so fucking over-designed. It lets these little douche canoes just camp or in their fucking crack or crevice. Now, I am having a lot of fun playing the Safeguard game mode, which is what you're watching in the background here. And believe me, this is one of the many reasons why, yes, I am going to keep Call of Duty Ghosts. I am not returning it back. Now, the list of reasons why are very short, and I know it might not make sense to you guys right now, but just hear me out. Safeguard is an extremely fun game mode. It's Spec Ops Survival from Modern Warfare 3, but better. You get streak drops, you get ammo drops, you get point drops. It's much, much better designed than Spec Ops Survival was in Modern Warfare 3. Additionally, I enjoy playing with my gaming friends. Now, I know in Black Ops 2 there was a lot of times that I despised the game. However, a lot of times it was made more enjoyable by the people that I gamed with. And so far in Call of Duty Ghosts, while the game may be frustrating, playing with my buddies certainly isn't. It makes it a little bit more bearable. Now, additionally, there are those times when you get those games that are just amazing. And now that I'm starting to learn how to play this game, I'm thinking it's much, much better. Because like I said before in most of my commentaries about the previous games, if the gameplay mechanics is there, I will probably enjoy the game. Right now, the maps and the campers are almost game-breaking, but when you have solid connection and solid hit detection, for me, that triumphs over everything. Additionally, if I keep this copy, I can get the next generation copy for only $10 more. And believe me, I think that having more players on these maps in the next gen consoles is going to make the game a lot more playable, a lot more fast-paced. However, I think that these maps and the way they're designed just lend to people being fucking afraid of coming out and playing. It's not a fucking real war. You don't have to camp your fucking dick off. Anyways, I hope you guys understand my decision and let me know what you guys think of my decision. Should I keep it? Should I have fucking taken it back? Well, fortunately for you guys that enjoy my Call of Duty Ghosts content, I'm going to be hanging on to it for a while. But, like I said, I still enjoy playing Battlefield 4 a lot more, so there's going to probably be more of a 50-50 split in content, whereas back when I was playing Battlefield 3 and Black Ops, it was mostly Black Ops 2, and there was Battlefield 3 maybe once a week. Now it'll probably be more like 4 and 3 in terms of Call of Duty to Battlefield, or 5 and 2. I want to thank all of my sponsors who they didn't have to pay me anything. I just shouted them out, and I bet you that most of them don't even know that I'm doing this, except for Barney, who made that promo for me. Alright guys, I'll check you on the flip side. Peace!